Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Let me get myself adjusted. There we go. Ooh. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, Crusader, thank you for the resub. Tier 3, 6 months. Hello. Oh, let me go through the list. Rokas, hello. Thank you for being first, although Snarf definitely came in first. Hello, how are you? Rokas, thank you for the lurk. Anibet, welcome in. Sorry that Rokas got it before you. Crusader, thank you for attendance. Clarissa, thank you for attendance. Let's go. Today is going to be a fun stream, I hope. It is a nice, calm ASMR. I just realized that our fireplace is not going. There it is. Let me turn it down a little bit. Let me know if the fireplace is too loud or too quiet, and I will adjust it. Yes, today's stream is 2 parts, kind of, because I didn't finish Oz last week because it was just too much to do in one stream. Sounds like a good, excellent, good. It was a little too much to do in one stream, so we're gonna finish it today. There's not much left, and then drum roll, we have a snacking stream. You get to see me nom on some snacks, and there is a camera ready to go to be turned on. I'm a little nervous about that. It's just my hands, but you'll see part of me. Okay, so first a couple thanks. So last stream we had Nikaishi, Weird Kokiri, and Carlos for the follow, and also Nelly and Grits. Thank you for the follow yesterday. Wow, 289 followers. Never thought I'd get there. I realized, we'll see, hands, yes. Hand cam. Oh, so sussy. I had an idea, a thought earlier. I have, blah, blah, welcome in. Yes, snacks. I have a plan. I have 3 goals this year as a streamer. 1 is to reach 500 followers. Midas, thank you for the lurk. Welcome in. Goal 1 is to have 500 followers by the end of the year. I would have liked them for March for my anniversary, but not going to happen. That's fine. 2 is to interview the author Chuck Tingle. I can dream. I am comfy, thank you. I don't know why I'm lagging a bit. Happens every reading stream. 2 is to interview the author Chuck Tingle, and 3 is to be sponsored by some coffee company. Would it not be amazing? Oh my god, listen. If you know who Chuck Tingle is, you know that he's a national treasure. I adore his books. Yes, I have read them. Not all of them. I have read several of his books. They're just amazing. He is a national treasure. And if I can interview him, I will like hyperventilate as a fan and be very happy. But also, yes, a coffee, some sort of coffee sponsor would be amazing. So those are my 3 goals for the year. I can make at least one of them happen, I hope. Lagging, oh my god. Okay, let's get started with the story so we can get into the snack. Okay, where am I? Where the hell is my... Okay, there's my place. So there's like 40 pages, 20 pages left, so it's not very long. So here we go. Jim, the cab horse. Jim the cab horse found himself in possession of a large room with a green marble floor and carved marble wainscoting, which was so stately in its appearance that it would have awed anyone else. Jim accepted it as a mere detail, and at his command the attendants and gave his coat a good rubbing, combed his mane and tail, and washed his hoofs and fetlocks. Then they told him dinner would be served directly, and he replied that they could not serve it too quickly to suit his convenience. First they brought him a steaming bowl of soup, which the horse eyed in dismay. "Take that stuff away," he commanded. "Do you take me for a salamander?" They obeyed at once, and next served a fine large turbot on a silver platter with drawn gravy poured over it. "Fish!" cried Jim with a sniff. "Do you take me for a tomcat? Away with it!" The servants were a little discouraged, but soon they brought in a great tray containing 24 nicely roasted quail on toast. "Well, well," said the horse, now thoroughly provoked. "Do you take me for a weasel? How stupid and ignorant you are in the land of Oz, and what dreadful things you feed upon. Is there nothing that is decent to eat in this palace?" Hello, Kahara and Scully. Welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. Settle in and get cozy. We are reading Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz. The trembling servants sent for the royal steward, who came in haste and said, "What would your highness like for dinner?" "Highness," repeated Jim, who was unused to such titles. "You are at least 6 feet high, and that is higher than any other animal in this country," said the steward. "Well, my highness would like some oats," declared the horse. "Oats! We have no whole oats," the steward replied, with much deference, "but there is a quantity of oatmeal, which we often cook for breakfast." "Oatmeal is a breakfast dish," added the steward humbly. "I'll make it a dinner dish," said Jim. "Fetch it on, but don't cook it, as you value your life." You see, the respect shown the worn-out old cab horse made him a little arrogant, and he forgot he was a guest, never having been treated otherwise than as a servant since the day he was born, until his arrival in the land of Oz. But the royal attendants did not heed the animal's ill temper. They soon mixed a tub of oatmeal with a little water, and Jim ate it with much relish. "Hello, hello!" Welcome in. Yeah. Then the servants heaped a lot of rugs upon the floor, and the old horse slept on the softest bed he had ever known in his life. In the morning, as soon as it was daylight, he resolved to take a walk and try to find some grass for breakfast. So he ambled calmly through the handsome arch of the doorway, turned the corner of the palace, wherein all seemed asleep, and came face to face with the sawhorse. Jim stopped abruptly, being startled and amazed. The sawhorse stopped at the same time and stared at the other with its queer protruding eyes, which were mere knots in the log that formed its body. "Ah, thank you for the follow." "Oh, I appreciate it. I'm glad you feel nice and comfy. And thank you. I'm happy you like my voice." Every Tuesdays and Thursdays are nice chill reading streams. The legs of the sawhorse were 4 sticks driven into holes bored in the log. Its tail was a small branch that had been left by accident, and its mouth a place chopped in one end of the body, which projected a little and served as a head. The ends of the wooden legs were shod with plates of solid gold, and the saddle of the Princess Ozma, which was of red leather set with sparkling diamonds, was strapped to the clumsy body. Jim's eyes stuck out as much as those of the sawhorse, and he stared at the creature with his ears erect and his long head drawn back until it rested against its arched neck. So he's like, ugh. In this comical position, the two horses circled slowly around each other for a while, each being unable to realize what the singular thing might be which it now beheld for the first time. Then Jim exclaimed, "For goodness sake, what sort of being are you?" "Oh, I hope you don't fall asleep either if you're working on a project. Thank you for coming in. I'm glad you like it. The emote? I love my reading emote." "I'm a sawhorse," replied the other. "Oh, I believe I've heard of you," said the cab horse. "But you are unlike anything that I expected to see." "I do not doubt it," the sawhorse observed with a tone of pride. "I am considered quite unusual." "You are, indeed. But a rickety wooden thing like you has no right to be alive." "I couldn't help it," returned the other, rather crestfallen. "Ozma sprinkled me with a magic powder, and I just had to live. I know I'm not much account, but I'm the only horse in all the land of Oz, so they treat me with great respect." "You! A horse!" "Oh, not a real one, of course. There are no real horses here at all. But I'm a splendid imitation of one. Jim gave an indignant neigh. Look at me, he cried. Behold, a real horse. The wooden animal gave a start, and then examined the other intently. Is it possible that you are a real horse? He murmured. Not only possible, but true, replied Jim, who was gratified by the impression he had created. It is proved by my fine points. For example, look at the long hairs on my tail, with which I can whisk away the flies. The flies never trouble me, said the sawhorse. And notice my great strong teeth, with which I nibble the grass. It is not necessary for me to eat, observed the sawhorse. Also examine my broad chest, which enables me to draw deep, full breaths, said Jim proudly. I have no need to breathe, returned the other. No, you miss many pleasures, remarked the cab horse pityingly. You do not know the relief of brushing away a fly that has bitten you, nor the delight of eating delicious food, nor the satisfaction of drawing a long breath of fresh, pure air. You may be an imitation of a horse, but you are a mighty poor one. Oh, I cannot hope ever to be like you, sighed the sawhorse, but I am glad to meet at last a real horse. You are certainly the most beautiful creature I ever beheld. This praise won Jim completely. To be called beautiful was a novelty in his experience. Said he, Your chief fault, my friend, is in being made of wood, and that I suppose you cannot help. Real horses, like myself, are made of flesh and blood and bones. I can see the bones all right, replied the sawhorse, and they are admirable and distinct. Also I can see the flesh, but the blood, I suppose, is tucked away inside. Exactly, said Jim. What good is it? Asked the sawhorse. Jim did not know, but he would not tell the sawhorse that. If anything cuts me, he replied, the blood runs out to show I lost my page. To show where I am cut. You poor thing cannot even bleed when you are hurt. Would you rather build a hospital with 100% certainty to cure any disease, or build a police headquarters that arrest every criminal to save the city? 100% the hospital. The hospital for sure. I mean, yes, it would be nice to protect the city, but at the same time, hospitals are definitely the most important. Because there are many people who commit crimes because they can't afford health care. And if I want to... Crusader, get out of here with your police comment. Thank you. I'd rather everyone be happy and healthy. Okay. Sipped my tea, my delicious tea. You poor thing, you cannot even bleed when you are hurt. But I am never hurt, said the sawhorse. Once in a while I get broken up some, but I'm easily repaired and put in good order again, and I never feel a break or a splinter in the least. Jim was almost tempted to envy the wooden horse for being unable to feel pain, but the creature was so absurdly unnatural that he decided he would not change places with it under any circumstances. How did you happen to be shod with gold? He asked. Princess Ozma did that, was the reply, and it saves my legs from wearing out. We've had a good many adventures together, Ozma and I, and she likes me. Annie that. The cab horse was about to reply when suddenly he gave a start and a neigh of terror and stood trembling like a leaf. For around the corner had come two enormous savage beasts, treading so lightly that they were upon him before he was aware of their presence. Jim was in the act of plunging down the path to escape when the sawhorse cried out, Stop, my brother, stop, real horse. These are friends and will do you no harm. Oh, how many churches we have and how many hospitals we don't. The sawhorse can outpace the showboat easily. Oh, the sawhorse definitely could. Oh no, that's sad. I mean, yeah, churches are there's gonna be a lot more churches than hospitals because you have a lot of denominations. But when it's known for that, that's not a good thing either. And guess who just showed up? Jim hesitated, eyeing the beasts fearfully. One was an enormous lion with clear, intelligent eyes, a tawny mane bushy and well kept, and a body like yellow plush. The other was a great tiger with purple stripes around his lithe body, powerful limbs, and eyes that showed through the half-closed lids like coals of fire. The huge forms of these monarchs of the forest and jungle were enough to strike terror to the stoutest heart, and it is no wonder Jim was afraid to face them. "Yes, our boy is back." But the sawhorse introduced the stranger in a calm tone, saying, "This, noble horse, is my friend the cowardly lion, who is the valiant king of the forest, but at the same time a faithful vassal of the Princess Ozma. And this is the hungry tiger, the terror of the jungle, who longs to devour fat babies, but is prevented by his conscience from doing so. These royal beasts are both warm friends of little Dorothy, and have come to the Emerald City this morning to welcome her to our fairyland." Hearing these words, Jim resolved to conquer his alarm. He bowed his head with as much dignity as he could muster toward the savage-looking beasts, who in return nodded in a friendly way. "Is not the real horse a beautiful animal?" asked the sawhorse admiringly. "That is doubtless a matter of taste," returned the lion. "In the forest he would be thought ungainly because his face is stretched out and his neck is uselessly long. His joints, I notice, are swollen and overgrown, and he lacks flesh in his old years." "And dreadfully tough," added the hungry tiger in a sad voice. "My conscience would never permit me to eat so tough a morsel as the real horse." "I'm glad of that," said Jim, "for I also have a conscience, and it tells me not to crush in your skull with a blow of my powerful hoof." If he thought to frighten the striped beast by such language, he was mistaken. The tiger seemed to smile and winked one eye slowly. See if I can wink. I can wink. "You have a good conscience, friend horse," it said, "and if you attend to its teachings, it will do much to protect you from harm. Some day I will let you try to crush in my skull, and afterward you will know more about tigers than you do now." "Any friend of Dorothy," remarked the Cowardly Lion, "must be our friend as well. So let us cease this talk of skull crushing and converse upon more pleasant subjects. Have you breakfasted, Sir Horse?" "Not yet," replied Jim, "but there is plenty of excellent clover, so if you will excuse me, I will eat now." "He's a vegetarian," remarked the tiger, as the horse began to munch the clover. "If I could eat grass, I would not need a conscience, for nothing could then tempt me to devour babies and lambs." Just then Dorothy, who had risen early and heard the voices of the animals, ran out to greet her old friends. She hugged both the lion and the tiger with eager delight, but seemed to love the king of beasts a little better than she did his hungry friend, having known him longer. By this time they had indulged in a good talk, and Dorothy had told them all about the awful earthquake and her recent adventures. The breakfast bell rang from the palace, and the little girl went inside to join her human comrades. As she entered the great hall, a voice called out in a rather harsh tone, "What? Are you here again?" "Yes, I am," she answered, looking all around to see where the voice came from. "What brought you back?" was the next question, and Dorothy's eye rested on an antlered head hanging on the wall just over the fireplace, and caught its lips in the act of moving. "Guess who?" "Good gracious!" she exclaimed. "I thought you were stuffed." "So I am," replied the head, "but once upon a time I was part of the Gump, which Ozma sprinkled with the powder of life. I was then, for a time, the head of the finest flying machine that was ever known to exist, and we did many wonderful things. Afterward, the Gump was taken apart, and I was put back on this wall, but I can still talk when I feel in the mood, which is not often." "It's very strange," said the girl. "What were you when you were first alive?" "That I have forgotten," replied the Gump's head, "and I do not think it is of much importance. But here comes Ozma, so I'd better hush up, for the princess doesn't like me to chatter since she changed her name from Tip to Ozma." Just then the girlish ruler of Oz opened the door and greeted Dorothy with a good morning kiss. The little princess seemed fresh and rosy and in good spirits. "Breakfast is served, dear," she said, "and I am hungry, so don't let us keep it waiting a single minute." The 9 tiny piglets. After breakfast, Ozma announced that she had ordered a holiday to be observed throughout the Emerald City in honor of her visitors. The people had learned that their old wizard had returned to them, and all were anxious to see him again, for he had always been a rare favorite. So first there was to be a grand procession through the streets, after which the little old man was requested to perform some of his wizardries in the great throne room of the palace. In the afternoon there were to be games and races. The procession was very imposing. First came the Imperial Cornet Band of Oz, dressed in emerald velvet uniforms with slashes of pea green satin and buttons of immense cut emeralds. They played the national air called the Oz Spangled Banner, and behind them were the standard bearers with the royal flag. This flag was divided into 4 quarters, one being colored sky blue, another pink, a third lavender, and a fourth white. In the center was a large emerald green star, and all over the 4 quarters were sewn spangles that glittered beautifully in the sunshine. The colors represented the 4 countries of Oz, and the green star the Emerald City. Just behind the royal standard bearers came the Princess Ozma in her royal chariot, which was of gold encrusted with emeralds and diamonds set in exquisite designs. The chariot was drawn on this occasion by the Cowardly Lion and the Hungry Tiger, who were decorated with immense pink and blue bows. In the chariot rode Ozma and Dorothy, the former in splendid raiment and wearing her royal coronet, while the little Kansas girl wore around her waist the magic belt she had once captured from the Gnome King. Why do I feel like the wizard came up with the name Oz Spangled Banner? It's too American not to have come from someone who lived outside of Oz. It's exactly. I would assume so. Following the chariot came the Scarecrow mounted on the Sawhorse, and the people cheered him almost as loudly as they did their lovely ruler. Behind him stalked with regular jerky steps the famous machine man called Tik-Tok, who had been wound up by Dorothy for the occasion. Tik-Tok moved like by clockwork and was made all of burnished copper. He really belonged to the Kansas girl, who had much respect for his thoughts after they had been properly wound and set going. But as the copper man would be useless in any place but a fairy country, Dorothy had left him in charge of Ozma, who saw that he was suitably cared for. There followed another band after this, which was called the Royal Court Band, because the members all lived in the palace. They wore white uniforms with real diamond buttons and played What is Oz Without Ozma very sweetly. Then came Professor Wogglebug. I'm so sad Matsu's not here. Then came Professor Wogglebug with a group of students from the Royal College of Scientific Athletics. The boys wore long hair and striped sweaters and yelled their college yell every other step they took, to the great satisfaction of the populace, which was glad to have this evidence that their lungs were in good condition. The brilliantly polished Tin Woodman marched next, at the head of the Royal Army of Oz, which consisted of 28 officers, from generals down to captains. There were no privates in the army because all were so courageous and skillful that they had been promoted one by one until there were no privates left. Jim and the buggy followed, the old cab horse being driven by Zeb, while the wizard stood up on the seat and bowed his bald head right and left in answer to the cheers of the people, who crowded thick about him. Taken altogether, the procession was a grand success, and when it had returned to the palace, the citizens crowded into the great throne room to see the wizard perform his tricks. The first thing the little humbug did was to produce a tiny white piglet from underneath his hat and pretend to pull it apart, making 2. This act he repeated until all of the 9 tiny piglets were visible, and they were so glad to be out of his pocket that they ran around in a very lively manner. The pretty little creatures would have been a novelty anywhere, so the people were as amazed and delighted at their appearance as even the wizard could have desired. When he made them all disappear again, Ozma declared she was sorry they were gone, for she wanted one of them to pet and play with. So the wizard pretended to take one of the piglets out of the hair of the princess, while really he slyly took it from inside his pocket, and Ozma smiled joyously as the creature nestled in her arms, and she promised to have an emerald collar made for its fat neck, and to keep the little squealer always at hand to amuse her. Afterward, it was noticed that the wizard always performed his famous trick with 8 piglets, but it seemed to please the people just as well if there had been 9 of them. Oh no, so that one got separated from its siblings? That kind of makes me sad. In his little room back of the throne room, the wizard had found a lot of things he had left behind him when he went away in the balloon, for no one had occupied the apartment in his absence. There was enough material there to enable him to prepare several new tricks which he had learned from some of the jugglers in the circus, and he had passed part of the night in getting them ready. So he followed the trick of the 9 tiny piglets, with several other wonderful feats that greatly delighted his audience, and the people did not seem to care a bit whether the little man was a humbug, wizard, or not, so long as he succeeded in amusing them. They applauded all his tricks, and at the end of the performance begged him earnestly not to go away again and leave them. In that case, said the little man gravely, I will cancel all of my engagements before the crowned heads of Europe and America, and devote myself to the people of Oz, for I love you all so well, what that I can deny you nothing. After the people had been dismissed with this promise, our friends joined Princess Ozma at an elaborate luncheon in the palace, where even the tiger and the lion were sumptuously fed, and Jim the cab horse ate his oatmeal out of a golden bowl with 7 rows of rubies, sapphires, and diamonds set around the rim of it. In the afternoon, they all went to a great field outside the city gates where the games were to be held. There was a beautiful canopy for Ozma and her guests to sit under and watch the people run races and jump and wrestle. You may be sure the folks of Oz did their best with such a distinguished company watching them, and finally Zeb offered to wrestle with a little munchkin who seemed to be the champion. In appearance he was twice as old as Zeb, for he had long pointed whiskers and wore a peaked hat with little bells all around the brim of it, which twinkled gaily as he moved. But although the munchkin was hardly tall enough to come to Zeb's shoulder, he was so strong and clever that he laid the boy 3 times on his back with apparent ease. Hey, Lorelai, welcome in. Show us those snacks. The snacks come after the story. Hello, thank you for the follow, Yoy Bun. I appreciate it. Welcome in. It's snack time after. Hello. Thank you, Lorelai, for the raid. Hello, blah blah. Again, ID, welcome. Thank you. Give hello. Let me give a shout out. I think Rokas might be sleeping, but thank you. Welcome. How was Halo? I'm excited for the snacks tonight. I told chat I saw a sneak peek and I don't know what to think. Aha. Yeah, you can't hear. You're VIP. You said you'd rather be VIP than moderator, so haha. Thank you for the follow, Yoiban. I appreciate it. Ooh, a lot of followers. We are finishing up Oz. We have 13... No, not even. We have 11 pages left, and then we will get to the snacking. Halo is good. We got to the flood, and I forgot how spoopy they are. Oh, no. I'm glad you got to the place you wanted to. Yay. I was telling everyone at the beginning of stream. Also, I legit died around like 16, 17 times. Oh, yeah. It was bogus. That was like the night I was playing Horizon and that Tremor Tusk giant mammoth thing blew me up like 80 times and I was like, done. So the beginning of stream today, I told everyone I have 3 goals this year as a streamer. 1. Yeah, that guy was awful. Number 1 is to reach 500 followers. Number 2 is to interview Chuck Tingle. And 3 is to get some coffee company, I don't care who, to sponsor me. There's just one coffee, free coffee. That's it. If I can achieve those 3 things this year, I will be satisfied. I think I could do it at least once. I can do at least the first one, I think. That's it. We'll see. Okay. Zeb just wrestled a munchkin and lost. Zeb was greatly astonished at his defeat, and when the pretty princess joined her people in laughing at him, he proposed a boxing match with the munchkin, to which the little Ozite readily agreed. But the first time that Zeb managed to give him a sharp box on the ears, the munchkin sat down upon the ground and cried until the tears ran down his whiskers, because he had been hurt. This made Zeb laugh in turn, and the boy felt comforted to find that Ozma laughed as merrily at her weeping subject as she had at him. Just then the Scarecrow proposed a race between the Sawhorse and the Cab-Horse, and although all the others were delighted at the suggestion, the Sawhorse drew back, saying, "Such a race would not be fair." Yes, the Blah is back. In fact, I'm sad Matsu's not here today because just earlier, the Professor Wogglebug, with a group of students from the Royal College of Scientific Athletics, was in the parade, and they yelled every other step to show that their lungs were strong. Such a race would not be fair. Of course not, added Jim, with a touch of scorn. Those little wooden legs of yours are not half as long as my own. It isn't that, said the Sawhorse modestly, but I never tire, and you do. Bah! Cried Jim, looking with great disdain at the other. Do you imagine for an instant that such a shabby imitation of a horse as you are can run as fast as I? I don't know, I'm sure, replied the Sawhorse. That is what we are trying to find out, remarked the Scarecrow. The object of a race is to see who can win it, or at least that is what my excellent brains think. Once, when I was young, said Jim, I was a racehorse and defeated all who dared run against me. I was born in Kentucky, you know, where all the best and most aristocratic horses come from. But you're old now, Jim, suggested Zeb. Old? Well, I feel like a colt today, replied Jim. I only wish there was a real horse here for me to race with. I'd show the people a fine sight, I can tell you. Then why not race with the Sawhorse? Inquired the Scarecrow. He's afraid, said Jim. Oh, no, answered the Sawhorse. I merely said it wasn't fair. But if my friend the real horse is willing to undertake the race, I am quite ready. So they unharnessed Jim and took the saddle off the Sawhorse, and the two queerly matched animals were stood side by side for the start. When I say go, Zeb called to them, you must dig out and race until you reach those three trees you see over yonder. Then circle round them and come back again. The first one that passes the place where the princess sits shall be named the winner. Are you ready? I suppose I ought to give the wooden dummy a good start on me, growled Jim. Never mind that, said the Sawhorse. I'll do the best I can. Go! Cried Zeb, and at the word the two horses leaped forward and the race was begun. Jim's big hoofs pounded away at a great rate, and although he did not look very graceful, he ran in a way to do credit to his Kentucky breeding. But the Sawhorse was swifter than the wind. Its wooden legs moved so fast that their twinkling could scarcely be seen, and although such smaller than the Cab-Horse, it covered the ground much faster. Before they had reached the trees, the Sawhorse was far ahead, and the wooden animal returned to the starting place, as was being lustily cheered by the Ozites before Jim came panting up to the canopy where the princess and her friends were seated. I am sorry to record the fact that Jim was not only ashamed of his defeat, but for a moment lost control of his temper. As he looked at the comical face of the Sawhorse, he imagined that the creature was laughing at him, so in a fit of unreasonable anger he turned around and made a vicious kick that sent his rival tumbling head over heels upon the ground, and broke off one of its legs and its left ear. An instant later the tiger crouched and launched its huge body through the air, swift and resistless as a ball from a cannon. The beast struck Jim full on his shoulder and sent the astonished Cab-Horse rolling over and over, amid shouts of delight from the spectators, who had been horrified by the ungracious act he had been guilty of. When Jim came to himself and sat upon his haunches, he found the cowardly lion crouched on one side of him, and the hungry tiger on the other, and their eyes were glowing like balls of fire. I beg your pardon, I'm sure, said Jim meekly. I was wrong to kick the Sawhorse, and I am sorry I became angry at him. He has won the race and won it fairly. But what can a horse of flesh do against a tireless beast of wood? Hearing this apology, the tiger and the lion stopped lashing their tails and retreated with dignified steps to the side of the princess. No one must injure one of our friends in our presence, growled the lion, and Zeb ran to Jim and whispered that unless he controlled his temper in the future, he would probably be torn to pieces. Then the Tin Woodman cut a straight and strong limb from a tree with his gleaming axe, and made a new leg and a new ear for the Sawhorse. And when they had been securely fastened in place, Princess Ozma took the coronet from her own head and placed it upon that of the winner of the race. Said she, "My friend, I reward you for your swiftness by proclaiming you Prince of Horses, whether of wood or of flesh, and hereafter all other horses, in the land of Oz at least, must be considered imitations, and you the real champion of your race." There was more applause at this, and then Ozma had the jeweled saddle replaced upon the Sawhorse, and herself rode the victor back to the city at the head of the grand procession. Thank you for the bits, blah blah. 69 biddies. I ought to be a fairy, grumbled Jim, as he slowly drew the buggy home. For to be just an ordinary horse in a fairy country is to be of no account whatever. It's no place for us, Zeb. It's lucky we got here, though, said the boy, and Jim thought of the dark cave and agreed with him. Next chapter. The Trial of Eureka, the Kitten. Several days of festivity and merrymaking followed, for such old friends did not often meet, and there was much to be told and talked over between them, and many amusements to be enjoyed in this delightful country. Ozma was happy to have Dorothy beside her, for girls of her own age with whom it was proper for the princess to associate were very few, and often the youthful ruler of Oz was lonely for lack of companionship. It was the third morning after Dorothy's arrival, and she was sitting with Ozma and their friends in a reception room, talking over old times, when the princess said to her maid, "Please go to my boudoir, Jellia, and get the white piglet I left on the dressing table. I want to play with it." Jellia at once departed on the errand, and she was gone so long that they had almost forgotten her mission when the green-robed maid returned with a troubled face. "The piglet is not here, your highness." "Is not there, your highness," said she. "Not there!" exclaimed Ozma. "Are you sure?" "I have hunted in every part of the room," the maid replied. "Was not the door closed?" asked the princess. "Yes, your highness, I am sure it was, for when I opened it, Dorothy's white kitten crept out and ran up the stairs." Hearing this, Dorothy and the wizard exchanged startled glances, for they remembered how often Eureka had longed to eat a piglet. The little girl jumped up at once. "Come, Ozma," she said anxiously. "Let us go ourselves to search for the piglet." So the two went to the dressing room of the princess and searched carefully in every corner and among the vases and baskets and ornaments that stood about the pretty boudoir. But not a trace could they find of the tiny creature they sought. Dorothy was nearly weeping by this time, while Ozma was angry and indignant. When they returned to the others, the princess said, "There is little doubt that my pretty piglet has been eaten by that horrid kitten, and if that is true, the offender must be punished." "I don't believe Eureka would do such a dreadful thing," cried Dorothy, much distressed. "Go and get me my kitten, please, Jellia, and we'll hear what she has to say about it." The Green Maiden hastened away, but presently returned and said, "The kitten will not come. She threatened to scratch my eyes out if I touched her." "Where is she?" asked Dorothy. "Under the bed in your own room," was the reply. So Dorothy ran to her room and found the kitten under the bed. "Come here, Eureka," she said. "I won't," answered the kitten in a surly voice. "Oh, Eureka, why are you so bad?" The kitten did not reply. "If you don't come to me right away," continued Dorothy, getting provoked, "I'll take my magic belt and wish you in the country of the Gurgles." "Why do you want me?" asked Eureka, disturbed by this threat. "You must go to Princess Ozma. She wants to talk to you." "All right," returned the kitten, creeping out. "I'm not afraid of Ozma, or anyone else." Dorothy carried her in her arms back to where the others sat in grieved and thoughtful silence. "Tell me, Eureka," said the princess gently, "did you eat my pretty piglet?" "I won't answer such a foolish question," asserted Eureka with a snarl. "Oh, yes, you will, dear," Dorothy declared. "The piglet is gone, and you ran out of the room when Jellia opened the door. So if you are innocent, Eureka, you must tell the princess how you came to be in her room, and what has become of the piglet." "Who accuses me?" asked the kitten defiantly. "No one," answered Ozma. Your actions alone accuse you. The fact is that I left my little pet in my dressing room lying asleep upon the table, and you must have stolen it without my knowing it. When next the door was opened, you ran out and hid yourself, and the piglet was gone. That's none of my business, growled the kitten. Don't be impudent, Eureka, admonished Dorothy. It is you who are impudent, said Eureka, for accusing me of such a crime when you can't prove it except by guessing. Ozma was now greatly incensed by the kitten's conduct. She summoned her captain general, and when the long, lean officer appeared, she said, Carry this cat away to prison and keep her in safe confinement until she is tried by law for the crime of murder. So the captain general took Eureka from the arms of the now weeping Dorothy, and in spite of the kitten's snarls and scratches, carried it away to prison. What shall we do now? Asked the Scarecrow with a sigh, for such a crime had cast a gloom over all the company. I will summon the court to meet in the throne room at 3 o'clock, replied Ozma. I myself will be the judge, and the kitten shall have a fair trial. What will happen if she is guilty? Asked Dorothy. She must die, answered the princess. 9 times? Inquired the Scarecrow. As many times as necessary, was the reply. I will ask the Tin Woodman to defend the prisoner. Because he has such a kind heart, I am sure he will do his best to save her. And the Wogglebug shall be the public accuser, because he is so learned that no one can deceive him. Who will be the jury? Asked the Tin Woodman. There ought to be several animals on the jury, said Ozma, because animals understand each other better than we people understand them. So the jury shall consist of the Cowardly Lion, the Hungry Tiger, Jim the Cab Horse, the Yellow Hen, the Scarecrow, the Wizard, Tick-Tock the Machine Man, the Sawhorse, and Zeb of Hugson's Ranch. That makes 9 which the law requires, and all my people shall be admitted to hear the testimony. They now separated to prepare for the sad ceremony, for whatever an appeal is made to law, sorrow is almost certain to follow, even in a fairyland like Oz. But it must be stated that the people of that land were generally so well behaved that there was not a single lawyer amongst them, and it had been years since any ruler had sat in judgment upon an offender of the law. The crime of murder being the most dreadful crime of all, tremendous excitement prevailed in the Emerald City when the news of Eureka's arrest and trial became known. The Wizard, when he returned to his own room, was exceedingly thoughtful. He had no doubt Eureka had eaten his piglet, but he realized that a kitten cannot be depended upon at all times to act properly, since its nature is to destroy small animals and even birds for food, and the tame cat that we keep in our houses today is descended from the wild cat of the jungle, a very ferocious creature indeed. The Wizard knew that if Dorothy's pet was found guilty and condemned to death, the little girl would be made very unhappy. So, although he grieved over the piglet's sad fate as much as any of them, he resolved to save Eureka's life. Sending for the Tin Woodman, the Wizard took him into a corner and whispered, My friend, it is your duty to defend the white kitten and try to save her. But I fear you will fail because Eureka has long wished to eat a piglet, to my certain knowledge, and my opinion is that she has been unable to resist the temptation. Yet her disgrace and death would not bring back the piglet, but only serve to make Dorothy unhappy. So I intend to prove the kitten's innocence by a trick. He drew from his inside pocket one of the 8 tiny piglets that were remaining and continued, This creature you must hide in some safe place, and if the jury decides that Eureka is guilty, you may then produce this piglet and claim it is the one that was lost. All the piglets are exactly alike, so no one can dispute your word. This deception will save Eureka's life, and then we may all be happy again. I do not like to deceive friends, replied the Tin Woodman. Still, my kind heart urges me to save Eureka's life, and I can usually trust my heart to do the right thing. So I will do as you say, friend Wizard. After some thought, he placed the little pig inside his funnel-shaped hat, and then put the hat upon his head and went back to his room to think over his speech to the jury. That's really sad. I don't like that Eureka ate one of the piglets. Oh, but it looks like she did. Okay. The wizard performs another trick. Let me see. How many chapters do I have left? We have 2 more chapters left. That's it. Oh my gosh. Okay. At 3 o'clock, the throne room was crowded with citizens, men, women, and children eager to witness the great trial. Princess Ozma, dressed in her most splendid robes of state, sat in the magnificent emerald throne, with her jeweled scepter in her hand and her sparkling coronet upon her fair brow. Behind her throne stood the 28 officers of her army and many officials of the royal household. At her right sat the queerly assorted jury, animals, animated dummies, and people, all gravely prepared to listen to what was said. The kitten had been placed in a larger cage just before the throne, where she sat upon her haunches and gazed through the bars at the crowds around her with seeming unconcern. And now, at a signal from Ozma, the Wogglebug arose and addressed the jury. His tone was pompous, and he strutted up and down in an absurd attempt to appear dignified. "Your Royal Highness and fellow citizens," he began, "the small cat you see a prisoner before you is accused of the crime of first murdering and then eating our esteemed ruler's fat piglet, or else first eating and then murdering it. In either case, a grave crime has been committed which deserves a grave punishment." "Do you mean my kitten must be put in a grave?" asked Dorothy. "Don't interrupt, little girl," said the Wogglebug. "When I get my thoughts arranged in good order, I do not like to have anything upset them or throw them into confusion." "If your thoughts were any good, they wouldn't become confused," remarked the Scarecrow earnestly. "My thoughts are always—" "Is this a trial of thought or of kittens?" demanded the Wogglebug. "It is a trial of one kitten," replied the Scarecrow, "but your manner is a trial to us all." "Let the public accuser continue," called Ozma from her throne, "and I pray you do not interrupt him." "The criminal who now sits before the court licking her paws," resumed the Wogglebug, "has long desired to unlawfully eat the fat piglet, which was no bigger than a mouse. And finally she made a wicked plan to satisfy her depraved appetite for pork. I can see her in my mind's eye." "What's that?" asked the Scarecrow. "I say I can see her in my mind's eye." "The mind has no eye," declared the Scarecrow. "It's blind." "Your Highness," cried the Wogglebug, appealing to Ozma, "have I a mind's eye or haven't I?" "If you have, it is invisible," said the princess. "Very true," returned the Wogglebug, bowing. "I say I see the criminal, in my mind's eye, creeping stealthily into the room of our Ozma and secreting herself, when no one was looking, until the princess had gone away and the door was closed. Then the murderer was alone with her helpless victim, the fat piglet, and I see her pounce upon the innocent creature and eat it up." "Are you still seeing with your mind's eye?" inquired the Scarecrow. "Of course. How else could I see it? And we know the thing is true because since the time of that interview, there is no piglet to be found anywhere." "I suppose, if the cat had been gone instead of the piglet, your mind's eye would see the piglet eating the cat," suggested the Scarecrow. "Very likely," acknowledged the Wogglebug. "And now, fellow citizens and creatures of the jury, I assert that so awful a crime deserves death, and in the case of the ferocious criminal before you, who is now washing her face, the death penalty should be inflicted 9 times. There was great applause when the speaker sat down. Then the princess spoke in a stern voice. "Prisoner, what have you to say for yourself? Are you guilty or not guilty?" "Why, that's for you to find out," replied Eureka. "If you can prove I'm guilty, I'll be willing to die 9 times. But a mind's eye is no proof, because the Wogglebug has no mind to see with." "Never mind, dear," said Dorothy. Then the Woodman arose and said, "Respected jury and dearly beloved Ozma, I pray you not to judge this feline prisoner unfeelingly. I do not think the innocent kitten can be guilty, and surely it is unkind to accuse a luncheon of being a murder. Eureka is the sweet pet of a lovely little girl whom we all admire, and gentleness and innocence are her chief virtues. Look at the kitten's intelligent eyes." Here Eureka closed her eyes sleepily. "Gaze at her smiling countenance." Here Eureka snarled and showed her teeth. "Mark the tender pose of her soft padded little hands." Here Eureka bared her sharp claws and scratched at the bars of the cage. Would such a gentle animal be guilty of eating a fellow creature? No, 1,000 times no. "Ah, thank you for the follow, Lucas Franco. I appreciate it. I hope you get nice and cozy in class." "Oh, cut it short," said Eureka. "You've talked long enough." "I'm trying to defend you," remonstrated the Tin Woodman. "Then say something sensible," retorted the kitten. Tell them it would be foolish for me to eat the piglet, because I had sense enough to know it would raise a row if I did. But don't try to make out I'm too innocent to eat a fat piglet if I could do it and not be found out. I imagine it would taste mighty good. Perhaps it would to those who eat, remarked the Tin Woodsman. I myself, not being built to eat, have no personal experience in such matters. But I remember that our great poet once said, "To eat is sweet when hunger's seat demands a treat of savory meat." Take this into consideration, friends of the jury, and you will readily decide that the kitten is wrongfully accused and should be set at liberty. When the Woodman sat down, no one applauded him, for his arguments had not been very convincing, and few believed that he had proved Eureka's innocence. As for the jury, the members whispered to each other for a few minutes, and then they appointed the Hungry Tiger their spokesman. The huge beast slowly arose and said, "Kittens have no consciences, so they eat whatever pleases them. The jury believes the white kitten known as Eureka is guilty of having eaten the piglet owned by Princess Ozma, and recommends that she be put to death in punishment of the crime." He was once a real man, but he's been tin so long that he probably has forgotten what it's like. Because he doesn't eat anymore. The judgment of the jury was received with great applause, although Dorothy was sobbing miserably at the fate of her pet. The princess was just about to order Eureka's head chopped off with the Tin Woodman's axe when that brilliant personage once more arose and addressed her. "Your Highness," said he, "see how easy it is for a jury to be mistaken. The kitten could not have eaten your piglet, for here it is." He took off his funnel hat, and from beneath it produced a tiny white piglet, which he held aloft that all might see it clearly. Ozma was delighted and exclaimed eagerly, "Give me my pet, Nick Chopper." And all the people cheered and clapped their hands, rejoicing that the prisoner had escaped death and been proved to be innocent. As the princess held the white piglet in her arms and stroked its soft hair, she said, "Let Eureka out of the cage, for she is no longer a prisoner, but our good friend. Where did you find my missing pet, Nick Chopper?" "In a room of the palace," he answered. "Justice," remarked the Scarecrow with a sigh, "is a dangerous thing to meddle with. If you hadn't happened to find the piglet, Eureka would surely have been executed." "But justice prevailed at the last," said Ozma, "for here is my pet, and Eureka is once more free." "I refuse to be free," cried the kitten in a sharp voice, "unless the wizard can do his trick with 8 piglets. If he can produce but 7, then this is not the piglet that was lost, but another one." "Hush, Eureka," warned the wizard. "Don't be foolish," advised the Tin Woodman, "or you may be sorry for it." "The piglet that belonged to the princess wore an emerald collar," said Eureka loudly enough for all to hear. "What is wrong with her?" "So it did," exclaimed Ozma. "This cannot be the one the wizard gave me." "Of course not. He had 9 of them altogether," declared Eureka, "and I must say it was very stingy of him not to let me eat just a few. But now that this foolish trial is ended, I will tell you what really became of your pet piglet." At this, everyone in the throne room suddenly became quiet, and the kitten continued in a calm, mocking tone of voice. "I will confess that I intended to eat the little pig for my breakfast, so I crept into the room where it was kept while the princess was dressing and hid myself under a chair. When Ozma went away, she closed the door and left her pet on the table. At once I jumped up and told the piglet not to make a fuss, for he would be inside me in half a second. But no one can teach one of these creatures to be reasonable. Instead of keeping still so I could eat him comfortably, he trembled so with fear that he fell off the table into a big vase that was standing on the floor. The vase had a very small neck and spread out at the top like a bowl. At first, the piglet stuck in the neck of the vase, and I thought I should get him, after all, but he wriggled himself through and fell down into the deep bottom part, and I suppose he's there yet. All were astonished at this confession, and Ozma at once sent an officer to her room to fetch the vase. When he returned, the princess looked down the narrow neck of the big ornament and discovered her lost piglet, just as Eureka had said she would. There was no way to get the creature out without breaking the vase, so the Tin Woodman smashed it with his axe and set the little prisoner free. Then the crowd cheered lustily, and Dorothy hugged the kitten in her arms and told her how delighted she was to know that she was innocent. "But why didn't you tell us at first?" she asked. "It would have spoiled the fun," replied the kitten, yawning. Ozma gave the wizard back the piglet he had so kindly allowed Nick Chopper to substitute for the lost one, and then she carried her own into the apartments of the palace where she lived. And now, the trial being over, the good citizens of the Emerald City scattered to their homes, well content with the day's amusement. The last chapter. Zeb returns to the ranch. Eureka was much surprised to find herself in disgrace, but she was, in spite of the fact that she had not eaten the piglet. For the folks of Oz knew the kitten had tried to commit the crime, that only an accident had prevented her from doing so. Therefore, even the hungry tiger preferred not to associate with her. Eureka was forbidden to wander around the palace and was made to stay in confinement in Dorothy's room, so she began to beg her mistress to send her some other place where she could enjoy herself better. Dorothy was herself anxious to get home, so she promised Eureka they would not stay in the land of Oz much longer. Eureka's definitely a cat. Yeah, she's a bratty one for sure. The next evening after the trial, the little girl begged Ozma to allow her to look in the enchanted picture, and the princess readily consented. She took the child to her room and said, "Make your wish, dear, and the picture will show you the scene you desire to behold." Then Dorothy found, with the aid of the enchanted picture, that Uncle Henry had returned to the farm in Kansas. She also saw that both he and Aunt Em were dressed in mourning, because they thought their little niece had been killed by the earthquake. "Really," said the girl anxiously, "I must get back as soon as possible to my own folks." Zeb also wanted to see his home, and although he did not find anyone mourning for him, the sight of Hugson's Ranch in the picture made him long to get back there. "This is a fine country, and I like all the people that live in it," he told Dorothy. "But the fact is, Jim and I don't seem to fit into a fairyland, and the old horse has been begging me to go home ever since he lost the race. So, if you can find a way to fix it, we'll be much obliged to you." "Ozma can do it easily," replied Dorothy. "Tomorrow morning I'll go to Kansas and you can go to California." That last evening was so delightful that the boy will never forget it as long as he lives. They were all together, except Eureka, in the pretty rooms of the princess and the wizard, and did some new tricks, and the scarecrow told stories, and the Tin Woodman sang a love song in a sonorous metallic voice, and everybody laughed and had a good time. Then Dorothy wound up Tick-Tock, and he danced a jig to amuse the company, after which the Yellow Hen related some of her adventures with the Gnome King in the land of Ev. The princess served delicious refreshments to those who were in the habit of eating, and when Dorothy's bedtime arrived, the company separated after exchanging many friendly sentiments. Next morning they all assembled for the final parting, and many of the officials and courtiers came to look upon the impressive ceremonies. Dorothy held Eureka in her arms and bade her friends a fond goodbye. "You must come again some time," said the little wizard, and she promised she would if she found it possible to do so. "But Uncle Henry and Aunt Em need me to help them," she added, "so I can't ever be very long away from the farm in Kansas." Ozma wore the magic belt, and when she had kissed Dorothy farewell and had made her wish, the little girl and her kitten disappeared in a twinkling. "Where is she?" asked Zeb, rather bewildered by the suddenness of it. "Reading her uncle and aunt in Kansas by this time," returned Ozma with a smile. Then Zeb brought out Jim, all harnessed to the buggy, and took his seat. "I'm much obliged for all your kindness," said the boy, "and very grateful to you for saving my life and sending me home again after all the good times I've had. I think this is the loveliest country in the world, but not being fairies, Jim and I feel we ought to be where we belong, and that's at the ranch. Goodbye, everybody." He gave a start and rubbed his eyes. Jim was trotting along the well-known road, shaking his ears and whisking his tail with a contented motion. Just ahead of them were the gates of Hugson's Ranch, and Uncle Hugson now came out and stood with uplifted arms and wide open mouth, staring in amazement. "Goodness gracious, it's Zeb, and Jim too!" he exclaimed. "Where in the world have you been, my lad?" "Why in the world, Uncle?" answered Zeb with a laugh. The end. I want to be mad that I'm waiting so long for hand cam, but it's hard because the book is so good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. The story is over. And the next one, which we will not be starting today, is The Road to Oz. I think we'll start it next week. In which is related how Dorothy Gale of Kansas, the Shaggy Man, Button Bright, and Polychrome, the Rainbow's daughter, met an enchanted road and followed it all the way to the marvelous land of Oz. Yeah, this was a wild one. Holy cow. Okay, ooh, let me put this over here. Okay. With that said, let me move my keyboard. Because that's not needed, I don't think. Okay, let me move myself over a little bit. We're gonna go do over here. And I can get rid of some of these assets. Oop. It doesn't help that I just like moved my keyboard and I don't need this anymore. There we go. We'll keep there we go. We'll keep Gumi on my head. So okay. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I'll hydrate before I turn my cam on. Food. I know why you're all here. Okay. Where's my food? And everyone gets to see my stand up and stretch. Okay, I'll stand up and stretch first. Ugh. I don't know why I'm freaking out. It's just my hands. Okay. Where is it? Hey! Hello, everyone! I'm wearing my nice gloves that Annie Vet got me. How are you all? Hands! Purple mitten hands! Yay! Okay, so I have some snacks. One of them I opened and ate. Actually, so one of my former coworkers went to, this is a super cute idea, the Purple Bright. And Yvette gifted them on Thrones so that I don't freeze in my basement. They're very super comfy. And I can do things because they're fingerless. So one of my former coworkers, she moved to Hong Kong to go to school. And apparently she recently went to Japan. She has not talked to me in like a year. But she came back and left snacks on my desk. Yeah, nobody wants cold hands. I have my cup of tea right here. And my water bottle over there. But anyway, hands, yes, blah, blah. It's happening. So she brought back, so I should turn it this. Yes, these are from Throne. So she brought these Kit Kats and she left them on my desk. And I was like, oh my God, I thought I was forgotten about. But I already ate some of these. These are wasabi flavored Kit Kats. They were actually really yummy. It's really small. It's a small package. So they're the little gift ones. And you can see on the back that it's like the wasabi paste. Right here. Whoop! I'm like not used to the movement. It's not spicy at all. It's like wasabi and white chocolate. I really liked it. You like definitely taste the wasabi the first bite. But there's no like spice. It's there. It has that tiny little kick and then it fades. So it's really good. But I only have a few because I shared them with my other coworkers. See, there's the one that was open. Yummy. You can still smell the white chocolate. But I shared them with the other coworkers who were like, ew, wasabi. And I'm like, just eat it. Okay. So there's that. I also have little sandwich bags for saving my snacks because I am not going to eat everything. So here is the bag that I got. There's all Japanese snacks in here. It is completely unopened. But there's 40 different kinds in here. So, let's take a look. I have my scissors right here. Let's open this deliciousness. And try some snacks. Dave, you want to try? I will. I will put it away. Okay, so I guess I'll kind of take them out one at a time. There's a whole bunch of Pocky looking things. Poriki. What? The inside of the bag smells plasticky. Let's see, what is this? Poriki. It looks like Pocky. Poriki. I can read katakana and hiragana, sort of. So poriki. Harito oishii. I don't know what flavor this is, so let's give it a shot. A savory Pocky, maybe? Porito. It looks like a pretz. It looks like pretz. So here's, ooh. It's dark brown. It's not like the package. It smell. What the hell does that smell? I don't know what this smells like. No, it's not meat stick. It's not a meat stick. It's crunchy. Like, I don't know what it is, but it tastes good. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's really good though, but it almost has like I almost want to say like a dulce de leche flavor, but not. It's really good though. Oh my god, I would eat a ton of them. It kind of has a caramelly flavor, but almost like a burnt kind of caramel. But it's really good. Okay, next one. It's another one of the poriki. Oh, I don't know what the kanji up here says. That must it. This one's corn flavored. This one is corn flavored. Because I can read that. It says corn. Corn. I don't know the other kanji. But find out how this one is. Sounds good. Does this make for ASMR? Opening packages. Okay. This one, it's yellow. It's salty too. This one. Oh my god, it smells like corn. Like having a Dorito but stick flavored. Well, if you never had like pretz, oh, you probably haven't had pretz before. They're like flavored pretzel kind of things. This one literally smells just like corn on the cob. Oh my god, it tastes like cream corn. Like identical. I like it, but I wouldn't eat a lot of it. Oh, gaming with flavor. Thank you for the follow. Perfect timing. Oh, let me wash that one down. Okay. Next, we have thank you for coming in. I appreciate the follow. Oh, this one's gonna be weird. I might save that one for later because it's like, I don't know if you can hear it. It's like a powder inside of it. Sherbet? Shabeto. Oro. Pero. Shabet. I think it's a sherbet. Pero. That one, okay, so if pero. Everyone's redeeming attendance now. It looks like, okay, so there's like, oh, okay. So I can feel it. There's a lollipop in here, and you lick it and dip it in the, it's like those, the fun dip. It's like a fun dip. You lick the lollipop and you put it into it. Soda. It's no. Cider. It's cider flavored. Okay. It's like a cider flavored dip. Cider in the back. Okay, so that one we'll try later because it's gonna be a mess. What the hell? Oh no. Tuna flavored something. Yeah, I was gonna guess ramune too until I looked. It's kind of that. Oh, stand up and stretch. Oh, all of you are gonna. Thank you for the stand up and stretch. Oh God. Do I do it? Oh God. All right, let me undo my water. Have my water bottle ready to go and tea. All right, guys, get ready to clip this. I'm sure this is gonna be hilarious. It's tora. I think that's tuna. Oh, oh God, I'm like nervous now. Okay, so when I went to Japan, visited a new friend's house and we had squid jerky. Okay, I'm opening it. Oh, nope. No, the smell. Nope. Nope. The smell is so foul. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying not to gag. It smells like my cats would love this. I was smelling it. Oh God, no. This one's absolutely not. Like, you can see it looks like little fishy sticks. I'm sure they would. It's tiny little pieces, too. Like, look how tiny it is. I'll take a tiny nibble. Okay, I'm gonna take a tiny nibble with my tea in hand. It can't be as bad as the liver and onions thing, right? I don't like it, but nope, nope. Ugh. Nope. That is a giant pile of fucked out. Oh, I know people do like them. It's just a no for me. That was like a 10 out of 10. Nope. That's going in a bag of absolutely the fuck not. Yeah, like, I'm sure we eat stuff that any other countries would not like. They'd be like, the fuck is wrong with you? But that's a no for me. I just can't do strong fishy smells or flavors at all. Also, I'd like to point out that I'm a vegetarian and I'm trying this shit, so that should also point something out. Okay, what's this? Is this what I think it is? Miruku poro. If this is what I think it is, these are fucking delicious. It's like milk flavored. But it's like super sweet. All right, I'm excited to try this one. Because there's a Chinese one that I buy that looks like this that I buy whenever I go to the Asian market near my house, and I buy like in bulk because it's just a fun snack to eat. It's a tiny little ball. Oh, it is. Oh my God. These are so freaking good. They're like, I don't know how to describe them. They're like little like tiny cookies. They're like tiny little cookies. Um, but like they dissolve on your tongue kind of. They're a little crunchy. And they're such a good flavor. Some of my Chinese students, I need to stop eating it because I'll just eat the whole thing. Some of my Chinese students, were eating them one day in class, and I'm like, what's that? And I got to see it, and I found it, and they're delicious. Okay. Oh, hey, look at this. Oh, hey, there's a list of shit that's in here. Okay, so those were called... Okay, so the corn thing... Wait. I basically took candy from a baby, yeah. Okay, the poriki, it was pretzel corn flavor. So we tried that one. Oh, I should make a little mark on these. Okay. So we liked... Let's do a little writing stream. Okay. The poriki corn flavor we like. Where the hell was the other one? Poriki. I can't find the other one. The other one's not even here. I don't even know. There's not like, where's the Toro one? There's stuff on here. Is there another paper in here? Because some of these things I don't see the thing that I had just had. There's supposed to be dried plums in here. Oh well, we'll keep going. Oh, I'm kind of sad because, yeah, there was some stuff in here that's definitely, like, I've eaten so far on there. You were modded by a bot? Mod bot? Oh. Wait, what? What? That's weird. Nightbot scolded you? Wait, I thought Malor was a bot. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, there's some stuff missing on here. This is not what was in there at all, because some of the stuff is not. So, I don't know. We're gonna find out. So, anyway, next thing. Cheeseac. What is Cheeseac? Crispy and creamy cheese snack. It just looks like... I don't know. Looks like it'll be good. Okay. Oh my god, you can smell the cheese right away. Oh my god, it smells so good. Oh my god, it's like a giant flattened, like, Cheeto. No, not Cheeto. Cheese puff. Oh my god. It's so yummy. I'm taking a bite at a time so that I don't, like, make myself sick. That was really good. So we're gonna find the Cheeseac. And we're gonna make a happy face. Okay. If I can find that fish thing on here. The hell no. What are these? Number chocolate? Colorful round chocolates. Oop. It's just chocolate in a little bubble thing. Those look like Nutri-Grain. It does, but it was like... Okay, that was literally an M&M. So that was a big... Hell yes. Okay. That was good. So it was number chocolate. That was called. What's this one? Hanenashi. Hanenashi. Hoshiume. Hanenashi. Hoshiume. Ume. I know ume is dried plum, right? It's just like one little snack thing. Alright, here we go. I don't see it on the list, do I? Ah, this thing. Yes. Sherbet Pero. It's a lollipop with cider powder. I said it right. Sherbet. Ume is all you recognize? Yeah, same. Oh, it's hard to open this. Where are my scissors? Okay. Let's see. Oh, yep, dried plum. Oh, it's so good. It's a dried plum. Umeboshi. Just dried plum, salty. Yummy. That was it. There was just one tiny little piece. Sadness. Ooh, that was saltier than I was expecting. Ooh. Oop, I just dropped my water bottle top. Okay. Let's see what's this. I don't know if I can try this one. It looks like it has meat. Did you have your nails done for this stream, or are they always like... I did not have them done at all. Ume potato chips is regular chip with like ume furikake on it. Ooh, yum. Kitsune nashi. I don't know what this one is. Kitsune nashi. It says on it. I can't figure out what it is. I don't know. It looks like it has meat flavor. I'm really hesitant about like meat stuff because being a vegetarian so long. Like fish, I've had at least a little more recently. I'm gonna put it to the side for a moment until I can figure out exactly what it is. Okay. What's this? Oh, Ichigo Mugi. These are really, really good. Yum. These are so yummy. I've had these before. So they're like, it's a wheat puff kind of thing, but it's covered with strawberry chocolate. So it's a tiny little puff. It's like, I'm trying to see. Like, there's like, you know the cereal Smacks? It's like those, but covered in strawberry chocolate. So yummy. Has anyone had that before? Okay, so that one's a yes. Okay. I don't know what this one is. It looks like a nut. I think it says peanut on it. Peanut. Oh. Peanuts. Something peanuts. The snack, I don't know. It was just a random one on Amazon, honestly. The snack was, it's the little guy on here is saying Kitsune nashi. So I don't know. But I don't see it on here. Oh, no, now I see. It's called Dun Taro, crispy noodle snack. Oh, I can eat that. It's just crispy noodles. Okay, we go back to this one. The crispy noodles. It's definitely meat flavored, but it's literally like you took yeah. It's just like, so like you took a package of like ramen and went and put the mix in and shook it up. That's what it tastes like. Okay. Probably won't eat more just because it has that meat taste. Okay. Peanuts. I'll put at least a little like like a kind of meh face on it. Okay. I don't see where it says it on the thing. Peanuts. You don't eat. Gladly not. I will try to save it for you. Except I put. Oh, so home. Eh. It's okay. Ooh. Ooh. a little spicy. I was not expecting that. Just a little bit, but not really. I was still not expecting it. That was interesting. No to the fish. Oh, that was bad. Okay, next one. Onigiri. It's an onigiri. Onigiri senbei. A rice ball. Let's see. The rice cracker. What is a fish's favorite snack? Chips Ahoy. Oh my god, blah blah. Okay. Ooh, that is soy sauce flavored. Yum, it's a senbei cracker shaped like onigiri and yeah, it's flavored like soy sauce. It's really good. Yeah, very crunchy. Okay, I like that one. Okay. So that one gets a yes. Yummy. Happy faces. Okay, next one. Let's see, what do we have next? Pachi. Oh my god, it says pachi. Finger food. Oh, that's a good one. Pachi. Pachi panic. Pachi panic. So what the fuck is it? Pachi panic cola. Cola popping candies mixed with Ramune fizzy tablets. Pachi. Okay. Save some of that for karaoke tonight. Tomorrow night. Let me try a little. It's Pop Rocks. It's so good. I don't think you can hear it. Hold on. Let's see if you can hear it. You can hear it? New ASMR idea. Pop Rocks. Oh my god. These are really good. No. Yeah, it's ramen flavored. Oh my god. That one's really good. I think that's my favorite. Of course, now they're stuck in the back of my throat. They're Yay! Exclamation mark. Favorite one. Pachi panic. Okay. Oh my god, it's stuck in my throat. Okay. Oh, chocolate snack. Chocolate. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, this is just gonna get finished right now. Oh my god, look at that. It's just a chocolate covered corn stick. So good. It's so fluffy and flaky. And then you have a really rich chocolatey coating. 10/10. And it's like not super sweet chocolate either. It's like a mix between milk and dark, I think. Okay. That one got finished real fast. Okay, I like that one. Okay, what's this? This one's gonna end up in my belly too. Seiza chocolate. I'm pulling out all the chocolate now. Okay. Looks like it's just a potato, like a chocolate like cookie. Ooh. Oh. It says Taurus on it. Anyone a Taurus? Is anyone in chat a Taurus? I'm not. From April 21st to May 20th, Taurus. And the other side is just like a cracker. I'm Pisces. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna finish that in a bit just because it's so good, I'll just eat the whole thing. Okay, so we like all the chocolate so far. Okay. What's this one? Oh, this is another chocolate thing. What is it, though? I don't know what that is. Fugashi? According to this thing, it's fugashi. Classic Japanese dried wheat gluten snack with brown sugar. Oh my god, it smells so good. Let's see, will Sophia like it? Oh my god, it's so fluffy. The inside is just like pure, it's like cotton. It's not bad. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's not bad. I don't know. Lord, we should do this. Just try snacks. What's this one? What is this? Sour paper? Sour paper? Sour paper. Welcome back to Will Sophia like it? Alright, here we go. Will Sophia like it? What the hell? Oh! It's like like the sour ropes. Yep. Love that. That's a really good, a sour apple. A sour apple flavored is so good. That was a nice break from all the chocolate. Yeah. Good. Like that. Going in my favorite pile. Ooh! Here's another sour paper. But this one looks like it's grape flavored. Grape. Will Sophia like it? Here's the thing. I don't like grape. So, will I like it? Let's find out. Oh god, it smells like medicine. It smells like Dimetap. It smells so bad. Okay. No. No. Ugh. I hate grape flavor. Oh, that's a no for me. You like grape stuff? Ugh. It tastes like Dimetap. Does anyone remember that stuff? If you're of a certain age. Dimetapp is foul. Sophia didn't like it. That legit ranks up there with the fish one for me. Nope. Oh, that's a no. Grape. Apple. Items. Oh, now I notice. Please note that items are subject to change without notice due to stock reasons. So I get 2 of those and 2 of those and like some random fish crap. Okay, what's this? Shumi chocolate corn. Shumi choco corn. I don't know what it is. Shimi choco corn. Corn snack soaked into chocolate. All right. Here we go. It's just chocolate again. Chocolate corn stick. The chocolate is a lot heavier in this one. Like, it's just pure chocolate. You get the texture of like the corn sticks from before, but pure chocolate flavor. There's none of the corn aftertaste at all. Okay. Sakura. Sakurambo. It's Sakura mochi. When I think of chocolate and corn, my thoughts go to chocolate covered popcorn. Yeah, it's not that though. Sakurambo mochi. I love mochi. And you eat it with a little toothpick, so show you. So you have these little things. Oh, it's stuck. The mochi can be very sticky. So it's in this little container. You open it up and you've got a little toothpick. And you stab with it. Just eat. And then out. Yum. It's not that like soft, the mochi, but I like mochi. Who else likes mochi? I'm like, I don't like cherry, but Sakura cherry is different. It's totally different. That I like. This is boring. If this is boring too, I'll stop doing my snacking stream. I don't think I can get through all of them anyway. There's like 40 different flavors in here, and there's no way I could do all that. Okay. Ooh, what's this? What is that? Mini bottle? Oh, they... You don't think I have enough to have an opinion mochi? It's really good. It's a mini bottle. It's cider flavored something. It's super cute. So let's open it. Bottled powder ramen candy. Oh! It's a little bottle of ramen powder. Shogun. I mean, it's ramen powder. What's not to like about that one? Okay. Next. Making a mess. I have to clean my desk next. Next, we have a Hello Kitty. It's a little like marshmallow fluff. Choco marshmallow. Chocolate marshmallow. Okay. Death cleaning ASMR. It's just it's a marshmallow. Boop 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 boop. There's something inside. We got a little chocolate inside. Yep. It's like if I had graham crackers, I'd have a s'more. That was good. That's crazy special. It's good. Okay, what's this? Home pie? Automatically better than Peeps? Yeah. Okay, I don't know what this home pie is. I don't know what flavor it is. We're gonna see what. Oh, it's 2 cookies. It's a little cookie. It smells like crap. Smells buttery. You know those cookies that come in the dance tin? In that like blue round tin that if you see it at your grandmother's house, it's either cookies or a sewing kit. It tastes like those, but more buttery. It has a very strong butter flavor. Yeah, right? Those are delicious. It's got like a little bit of sugar on the outside, but not much. Oh, it's way better butter than fish. I really like that. It's not very sweet. It's simple. It's just a really good cookie. I like it. Oh, I have mess everywhere. Oh my god, I have crumbs everywhere. I don't know if I want to taste that. It looks like senbei again. That looks like gum. What is this? Oh my god. I don't know what this is, but it's cute. Look at it. Look at it. He's got little legs. Do 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 do. Un choco? Un choco? Animal poo shaped chocolate. I'm not gonna eat it, but I want to see what it looks like. Apparently, it's animal poop shaped chocolate, and I have a little like rhinoceros. Pe kure pu kure. It says on the back, in the little one, in the little purple one, kurepu choco. Grape. Oh no, grape choco. Grape flavored chocolate. What? Kurepu. It. I think it's grape choco, but it's still crap chocolate. It was cute, not as much now. Oh god. I'm gonna open it. I think you're supposed to like put it in and make it like poop it out. It's too thing because that's what it looks like. You can't words. I think yeah, you're supposed. Wait, I'm gonna build it. Look, you have a little hole for it to crap out. This is adorable. Okay, de Gucci. The exit de Gucci. Como se puede detai dai doko good. Okay, I think this is where it comes out. I think you're supposed to do that here. Literally asking you to play with you. It is! You're supposed to, okay, so you put it in, and it's supposed to, like, poop it out the hole. It tells you how to, like, do it, but, okay, 1, 2, 3. He's poor little dude. I can't open you that way. Okay. He's got a little thing. And it's a little chocolate poops. I'm not gonna eat it because if it's grape, I don't want to throw up. But they're little colored poops that he poops out. That's freaking adorable. Maybe I'll take a picture of it later and post it once I can figure out how to put it together. It's cute. I like it. I don't ever want to get rid of it. Okay, he's gonna sit there. He's my new desk mascot. Boop. Okay. I'm not gonna eat this because it's gum. Pokemon gum. It's Pikachu gum. Yay. It's definitely gum. Yeah, it's gum. So that's not gonna be eaten right now because I'll be chewing forever. What's this? Best gum. Dama? Awadama? Dama is ball, right? Awadama? It's a hard ball. It's just a... I don't know. Oh! It's ramune. It's like that cider flavor. That's good. I'm gonna eat that as soon as stream is over and just suck on it. Go back in the bag. So that one's good. So it's just it's a ball of like ramune flavored ball. Okay. I don't have that much left. Lorelai, you have to know what this is. Wait, can the picture doesn't show it well. Wait, can I take it out? It's a very popular gift in Japan. And they're purple flavored colored. Hopefully not purple flavored. Completo! It's a flower shaped sugar candy. No! Oh, it's grape flavored. No! No. Why? He... Two snacks for Annabelle. Why would they put grape completo in here? It's gross. It tastes like grape. Like grape Dimetap. It's just sugar, but it's grape flavored. But it's completo. I love completo, but not grape completo. That was evil. Please, no more grape in here. Okay, there's a few more things. What's this? Ume mince? Ume mince? No, not best flavor. Go away, Crusader. Minto. Ume mince. Is this gonna taste like plum? Let's see. It's got a little thing to open it. Okay, let's see. If I can. Oh wait, no. You push it. Oh, it's got a little hole. Okay, look how tiny they are. Well, you like grape? That's gross. Okay. Ooh, that's sour. Holy oh. It's good, but man, is it sour. Ugh. Like it. Sour as all hell. Um, Yeah, this is wrapped in nori. I'm a little sus. I know it's probably gonna be delicious, but it looks like nori, senbei and nori. Oh, in this ume no kamaki, rice cracker, soy sauce, and plum flavored with seaweed. I'll try this at the end. That's a little hesitant. What's this? Potato snack. Potato snack. Potato snack. Let's see. It doesn't feel like potato chips. Oh, what the hell is this? It's a chip, kind of. Yo, what flavor is this? Oh my god. Um, I can't read that katakana. Consomme, consomme, consomme. Oh my god, it's so good. It's a really savory taste. Like, how do I describe it? Um, it is. I don't know how to describe it though. It's like it's a really rich like soup taste, but it's got like it's a really strong flavor. But like I can taste a little bit of like corn faintly. I think some like soy sauce. Oh, went down the wrong pipe. I don't know how to describe it. It's so good though. It's I if you've had consomme before, it's that, I guess. I've never had consomme. Would I eat it after this? Yes. I don't even know what consomme is. I have a mess. My keyboard's over there. It's like over that way. That way. Okay. That's a definite yes. Oh, little koalas. I'm guessing you're gonna be chocolate. Let's see. Lotte, koala, machi, chocoreto. Consume is like Consume. I think they're the little cookies. They're lotte, the ones you can get in like stores here. This is koala no koala no machi. Is it like a game? I don't know. Oh, it is those little things. Yes. I think you're supposed to match them, but oh my god, these things are so good. If you live like near Five Below, they always have them there. It's just like it's like a little cookie with chocolate inside. So good. 10 would eat 20 times a day. I'm eating too many snacks. My stomach's starting to hurt. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not gonna eat. I can't eat them all. Oh, melon. They don't live by Five Below. Sorry, I'm sorry. Blah blah. It's melon flavored. I love melon. Japanese melon stuff. Melon pandoro. Melon butter flavor biscuit. Oh, it's got a little maze on the back to go through. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's broken apart. But it's just a cookie. It's melon flavored. Nothing special. It's just a melon flavored biscuit. This is just a cream sandwich biscuit. Oh, they're tiny. Are they tiny? Okay, I'll eat one. My stomach's starting to hurt. Look how tiny they are. Oh my god. That's it. That's the little biscuit cookie. Oh, it has a lemon filling. Oh my god. It's lemon filled. This might be my favorite one. Oh my god, I want to eat it right now. Like, it's a cream sandwich, but like the cream is like a lemon cream inside. But if I eat it right now, then it won't be the last thing I taste, so I'll wait on it. Okay, is there anything like I have to try? Let me try. Just emptied out the rest. Okay. This is just milk chocolate biscuit. I'm not going to eat another one of those because I'm tired of milk chocolate biscuits. But it's a little tiny one. No oyatsu. This is just a... Oh, it's haichu. I think. Maybe? It looks like it. Maybe it's not. It looks like it. And it feels like it on the inside. They become a sourpuss. They're locked upstairs. Oh! Little tiny candies. Okay, I'll try that one. It says on the back, Kapi Ramune. Okay, it says on the side, orange, lemon, and strawberry flavored. I'll try one. Strawberry, tiny one. Strawberry flavored. Dissolves quickly. Very yummy. Okay. What's this? Chocolate chip cookie, vanilla, country ma'am. It's a country ma'am. Kontori ma'am. I'm not gonna try that one. Just because it's kind of obvious what it is. That's another marshmallow thing. But I think it's... Is it custard flavored? I don't know. I don't know if it's custard flavored or not. It doesn't say on here. This one's not on here. I don't think. No. No, I don't see it on here. But it's just a marshmallow. Pudding. Pudding. Nikorin? I'm not sure. And then the other one was this. What the hell? I looked it up. There's a Five Below 6 miles from... Go! There's so many good snacks at Five Below. Okay. I don't know what this is. It looks like they're pounding the mochi like they do at the beginning of the year. Mochi taro, rice cracker with peanuts. Okay. It's just a tiny little piece like that. A cold weather apparel store. It's good. It's a rice cracker. Has a very, very, very small peanut taste. It's not very peanutty at all. Like, it barely tastes the peanut. So if you hate peanuts, that would be fine for you. Okay. That's the pile of stuff I don't like. And also the stuff I'm saving. That's for karaoke. That is just deliciousness. I'll eat that later. Those were all no's. Got a couple of no's over here. Okay. I'm gonna try this one. This last weird thing that I put off to the side. This will be the other thing I taste. So there are a couple things I didn't try, but that's just because I know I've already had duplicate things. So, okay, so it's wrapped in nori, and it's like a sembe. No, it looks like the cracker, like the home pie cookie I had before, but it's like wrapped in something different. This one might be a giant nope. It's a no, but it's nowhere near as bad as the fish thing from before. I don't want to eat the rest. I ate a little corner of it and got some of the there. I got more of the nori in it. I like nori with rice, but that's it. But I don't want to die like the other one I ate, but that's still a no. Okay, so I've got a pile of no over there. Anyone who has grape can like it. I'm kind of sad because there was a bunch of things that are on here that looked good that were not in my list. Ume mince, or like oh no, that potato snack was there, but it was a different flavor. That crispy waffle snack is not in there. So that was not in there. That was that sankaku cracker was not in there. There was a dried plum, but it was different. So maybe fruit monster was not in there. There was not dried fish. Oh, I'm glad that wasn't in there. Never mind. Wait, was that it? No. Actually, I'm glad that's not in there. There was wasabi noritaro, dried fish wasabi flavored. Oh, there's just dried fish. There's noritaro over there, but not wasabi flavored. Okay, so that was a giant nope anyway. Okay, that's the end of that, and I have a disaster all over my desk. I'll be definitely cleaning that after stream. So, everyone, yay! We had our taste test stream. Are there any things you would like to try or not try? Oh wait, I didn't try this thing. Shoyu. It's soy flavored. Soy sauce flavored something. I'll open it. I'll try it. Why not? Or try those gloves. Thanks. Not the gloves. Food wise, is there anything you'd want to try? Little snack. Yeah, not bad. Cheese Nutri-Green bar for you. The cheese Nutri-Green bar. So where did the cheese puff go? I don't even know where I put it. I've got a ton of like all the good stuff over here. I'm gonna finish that cookie now. There's some really good stuff. I don't know. My favorites were probably this consomme chip, potato chip. Probably like one of my favorites. This little cream sandwich biscuit. I really like that. I love these. Those are really good. And what else did I like? I don't know what else I really liked. Oh, and this thing. That I have no idea what the hell it is. Other than poriki. There's a corn one, which is okay. And this one that I have no idea what it is, but it's yummy. Would anyone want to try all the yucky? Well, what I think yucky, so all the grape stuff. I think I wrote yuck, but okay, I'm gonna clean up this mess. So what is everybody's plans for the weekend? Give you the yuck except the fish. Yeah, that was a no for me. Like, I just can't. Any, like, dried fish things? I mean, I'm sure, so, like, we have things that we, obviously, that we have that other countries would be like, no to. Like, I wonder if for us, like, beef jerky and stuff for us would be kind of, like, ew to them, too. Because it's dried beef. For I mean, it's dried fish, I get it. But to me, fish just has a really, really strong smell and taste. And the texture isn't a no for me, too. Like, no. Watching Laura stream, duh. Those are the only plans that matter. Those are very good plans, yes. Nothing really set in stone this weekend. Stream tomorrow. Some fun new stuff for everyone. And if people redeem the right stuff, there might be some munchies I might. Oh, I'll be watching your stream then. I know tomorrow night is karaoke in the forest. So if you're in the forest, definitely I'll be hanging out there. That's for sure. And maybe I'll bring my little pachi pachi panic rocks. But okay, yay! So hand stream is over. Goodbye, hands. Goodbye, everyone. I'm turning that camera off. Bye bye. Okay. Let me move myself back over a bit. Okay. Bye, hands. That was fun. I just spent like an hour eating snacks and testing them. We knew you so briefly. I'm sure they'll be back. Okay. Some very good, some not very good, and I thank God that I have my tea here. Let's see. Is there anyone available to raid? I know there's people to raid, but is there anyone interesting? Anyone who is doing anything? Oh, let's go raid Goosey. Goosey is streaming, so let's go raid Goosey. What he's playing? Ruined King? Oh, wait. Is Goosey offline now? Wait. No! Literally went offline. What the heck? Okay, so Goosey is not online anymore. Who else is streaming? Let's see. EO is just chatting. It's been a while since I've raided EO to this. So let's go visit EO. Everyone, I know, literally just went offline. That happened, to Jiro the other day. He came to raid me as I was raiding someone else. So that I felt bad. And I almost had raided him too, but unfortunately did not. Okay, starting the raid. Everyone get ready to go. I have had sugar overload and I need to go eat something that has absolutely no sugar in it. I will be streaming, and I will not be streaming on Sunday. It'll be part of Dinah's D&D stream. I might stream after it. I may not, but I will see you later. Bye, everyone. Thank you for visiting.